Watching my homies, DJ80 here, and I'm just going to do a quick video. I have been meaning to do this for years, and it's just a quick video on how I look after my equipment. Now, I clean my equipment probably once every month, sometimes even more often than that if I've got a busy month of gigs. And it's just one of those small details that I take care of, but does have a big impact. Obviously, you know, if your equipment works, looks good, and is in good condition, that's a small detail that can make a difference when you're at a gig. But there's some other benefits as well. For instance, if you come to sell it, you know, if it's been looked after and it's in good condition, you're more likely to get a better price for it than something that's not. And also, it's just useful for the gear as well. If you look after your stuff will look after you. Famous wise words there. And that's the sort of motto that I use with all my equipment. So I try and look after it. And this video here really is just showing you what I do to try and keep it in good condition. So it might help. And it's a good practice to get into. It does mean getting out all your gear and doing this as frequently as you want to. As I say, I do it once a month. You don't have to, but obviously the more often you do it, the more likely your equipment is going to last. And yeah, it'll, you know, adds that, it's that extra small detail when you come to doing a gig. So without further ado, let me crack on. Here's what I use then. I use a vacuum cleaner. This one's a Henry. It does have an extra super suction button for it, which I don't use. I just use it on normal power. And then I also use this soft brush attachment. That's to agitate the dust when I'm wiping over the equipment, when I'm vacuuming it. And then I just use this car dash and trim cleaner from Halfords. This is really good. It brings up a good shine, but also I know it's not dangerous or harmful to the plastics. And then just a microfiber cloth. Well, this is my DJ controller. It's a Denon Prime 4. It's about 2.5 years old now, but it's all fully functioning. I've only had to change the crossfader, which is actually on a separate video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the brush attachment on the vacuum cleaner, and I'm just lightly going to vacuum up the dust. And the reason I'm doing the vacuum cleaner first and not this is because I don't want to wipe the dust and then wipe it into the cavities. So by using the brush attachment, I suck up all the loose dust rather than wiping it and moving it in to little gaps where the faders and the tempos are. And I don't go down hard either. So when I use it, it's just a gentle vacuum like that. So I'm not pushing down really hard and trying to cause a sort of vacuum seal on all of the dials, because I don't want to risk sucking up any of the little knobs or dials or buttons that are on here. All right, so I'm just going to quickly do that, and then we'll move on to wiping it. And here's the flight case that I use as well. So I'm going to give that a quick hoover too, because obviously that can get dust build up in it as well. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is use my dash and trim cleaner. Now, I'm not going to spray this directly onto the controller. I'm going to spray a small amount onto the cloth, just so I have a slightly damp patch. And then I'm just going to go around bit by bit and clean the controller with that. Okay, so that's all done. And it just brings it up a little nicer than what it was before. Just note that I do still have my screen protector on here, and it's lasted well. And so I'm not 100% sure whether this stuff will be okay to use on the screen. So if you don't have your screen protector on, maybe just use a normal cloth with no product on it. Right, that's it. That's pretty much my process for all my equipment. My speakers, my lights, my decks, everything gets that treatment. So there's not really much else to show you. I am now going to go and do my speakers. So if you want to hang around, I'll do a speeded up version of my speakers before, during and after. But otherwise, I hope the video has been helpful. Thanks for tuning in. You know, you can always give it a subscribe, a like, a share, whatever. It all helps, I guess. I don't know if it does help. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys. Bye.